I live in the middle of a metropolis, which means that I can never quite escape from the screeching sirens and the humming white noise of city life. If I'm not careful about protecting my peace, I can easily get overwhelmed by this intense, fast-paced culture. Rather than running away from the noise, what I try to do is make peace with it by bringing in plants, both indoor and outdoor. I named my garden Shalom, which means peace in Hebrew. To be honest, this is my first time taking care of this many plants, and I'm learning very quickly that it's no easy task. Each plant has its own personality, likes and dislikes. One might be more introverted, preferring its own space and shade, while the next prefers indirect sunlight and plenty of fresh air. It truly is like raising over 50 highly picky and opinionated individuals, yet it brings me so much joy to watch them grow. The meticulous care and cultivation these plants need to thrive gives me a tiny glimpse into how God tends to our individual lives. He created us so differently. No two people are exactly the same, even if they are identical twins. Our differences are not burdening to Him. He takes great pleasure in our unique beauty, and it brings Him joy to see us grow in the way that we're meant to grow. A wonderful audiobook that I'd like to recommend is Sacred Pathways by Gary Thomas. You can actually get this audiobook for free, along with 2 free Audible originals, if you visit audible.com/girlandtheword. You can also text Girl and the Word to 500-500 to start your 30-day free trial on Audible. The audiobook, Sacred Pathways, helped me make peace with who I wanted to be versus who I was made to be. For the longest time, I felt the pressure to conform to how other people worship the Lord. I felt that my yearning to publish all my thoughts online and my eagerness to create was somewhat out of line because other girls in my previous church didn't take such aggressive initiatives. I wanted to be a meek, soft-spoken, graceful Christian girl, but from the start, I was already more outgoing and rambunctious than the culture allowed. I've never shied away from rocking the boat if it means that I can make a positive difference or get closer to the truth. Controversy doesn't scare me like it scares most other people, which is why a job like this suits me well. But I didn't see the value in my inherent boldness and creativity. I wanted to be like everyone else. That was when a friend of mine recommended Sacred Pathways. Here's a powerful quote that sums it up pretty well. We sometimes assume that if others do not experience the same thing, something must be wrong with their faith. Please don't be intimidated by others' expectations. God wants to know the real you, not a caricature of what somebody else wants you to be. He created you with a certain personality and a certain spiritual temperament. God wants your worship according to the way He made you. This audiobook taught me how to tend to my soul in a way that was truly specific to how I was made. As a result, I kept on growing and flourishing. If we have the sense to tend to different plants according to the way they were each designed, why do we sell ourselves short by trying to be like everyone else? Realizing this was a liberating experience, one that freed me from judging myself and judging others for how they connected with the Lord. The same kind of epiphany occurred when I came across Soul Keeping by John Ortberg. Again, you can get these audiobooks for free by going to audible.com/girlandtheword or texting Girl and the Word to 500-500. There's nothing to lose here, so I really hope you'll give these audiobooks a listen. My garden, named Shalom, provides a peaceful outlet amidst the hustle and bustle of Los Angeles. Tending to a garden teaches me patience, integrity, and kindness. I can't just wing my way through because it'll show in the harvest. I can't just ignore the weeds and vermin because they'll take over my garden. With such a real, visual garden to hold me accountable, I can practice what it means to have patience, kindness, and integrity behind closed doors. I don't always show the dying plants in my garden, but I know, and God knows, that there are many. But this is my time to make those mistakes and learn how to take better care of it, so when I finally bring someone into my life, they can feel as though they're strolling through a beautiful, thriving garden, not a neglected, dying one.